Greetings! My name is Brad Hessel. I am the chair of the Wake County Libertarian Party, and I'm here with the July Chair Report. So, June 2025 was pretty eventful. We had the North Carolina General Assembly finishing up their long session with a flurry of actions on many bills. Among the ones that we were interested in, we had Senate Bill 370. That would repeal North Carolina's Certificate of Need system. More about that later. It did pass the Senate with some Democratic support. A couple of Democrats voted for it, including Wake County's own Dan Blue. Thank you, Senator Blue, for your support for this important measure. Unfortunately, the House did not vote on it, so the prospects for it passing this legislative session or this legislative cycle are probably not great, but it's theoretically possible it still could be voted on or maybe folded into another bill in the short session. So we'll just have to wait and see on that. Then there was SB 50. This also passed the Senate. No Democrats voted for it, that particular bill. That is the Freedom to Carry Act, which essentially makes constitutional carry the law of the land, or would make it here in North Carolina. We would be the 30th state to do that. And Ryan Brown and I attended a meeting of the House Rules Committee where they considered various proposals that had come across from the Senate. This was the last, or next to last week, I guess it was, before the long session ended. And we were prepared to speak in favor of the bill, but as it turned out, we didn't need to because, we actually couldn't because there were so many bills to consider, they didn't have time for public speakers. But it did pass 12-10 and was forwarded to the floor, and there it did pass also. However, it was then vetoed by Josh Stein, one of his three vetoes, the first three vetoes of his term. And unfortunately, because the House, there was not a supermajority in the House, and on top of that, a few Republicans actually voted against the bill, the prospects for overriding that veto during the short session, while theoretically possible, are probably pretty long. Then we also spent some time, some of us, working to promote ranked choice voting, volunteering to canvass for a nonpartisan organization, Better Ballot North Carolina, at the No Kings rally on Capitol Boulevard in Raleigh, and also at Out Raleigh Pride Festival. And I think there were 6 people that were working at the latter location. Of course, I love talking about ranked choice voting, so that was fun for me. And we also are working to try to promote that every chance we get to legislators. And our objective there is limited. We basically want it to be possible for localities, municipalities, and counties to have an option to run their elections using ranked choice voting, not to try to implement it statewide, which we know is not in the cards right now. So, looking ahead to July, well, you're going to be famous. Well, not you personally. There are a lot of libertarians who value their privacy too much to even want to be famous, but we are working to expand our profile, and in particular, in concert with the state party, we've engaged iHeartRadio to run a series of 15-second and 30-second spots. And those are going to be running for folks who are primarily, we're going to be targeting an audience of under 30 because we found that folks in that age cohort are less likely to be beholden to one of the duopolists, I guess. And so you may not hear the ads, but I'll tell you what they are. We have a 15-second spot that goes like this. Libertarians believe in real freedom, personal, economic, and political. Not red, not blue, just free. Visit wakelp.org to learn more. And then for the 30-second spot, we have While national politics dominate the news, Wake libertarians focus on working with local government to safeguard your rights to work from home, to manage your children's education, to control what goes into your own body, and to use your property as you see fit. So long as you don't hurt anyone else, you should be able to live your life without interference. Visit wakelp.org to learn more. So the actual ads will be recorded by someone who is younger than I am, more female than I am, and has a significantly better radio voice than I do. And while you may not hear them directly, if you're over 30 on iHeartRadio, if you're an iHeartRadio listener, we will get recordings of those and post them on our social media accounts, so you will get a chance to hear those ads. Also, this month, we are working on an outreach project to connect with all of the folks who formerly were in the Constitution Party, in the Justice for All Party, in the No Labels Party, and in We the People. All of those parties failed to meet the criteria for remaining on the ballot for the next 4 years. And as a consequence, all of the folks registered with those parties this just happened in the last week, have just been involuntarily transmogrified into independent voters. So our plan is to reach out to those folks with a snail mail letter. We have their addresses, and inform them of our existence and let them know where we agree with some of the positions that their parties have had, and invite them to work with us. We'll reach out to all of the Constitution Party and Justice for All and We the People folks in Wake County. There are over 2,000 No Labels people in Wake County. We'll probably do a sample of those just to make sure that we're getting a reasonable return on the investment before trying to do all 2,000 of those folks. And then getting back to the Certificate of Need, on the 16th of July, we have our Wake LP meetup event. We have William Allen of the John Locke Foundation coming to Tobacco Road in downtown Raleigh on Jones Street to talk about the North Carolina Certificate of Need law. He will talk about what it is and how it works. I put that in quotes because the way it works is really contrary to what was intended when it was first passed in the 70s, and discuss the prospects for rolling it back. So I hope you can make that in person at Tobacco Road, or if not, that you will be able to stream it live on our YouTube channel. And of course, it'll be archived there, so you can catch it later if that's more convenient. But in the meantime, if it's still before the 16th of July, 2025, while you're viewing this, please take a few moments to promote our event. These events are an important way that we promote and raise awareness of Wake LP, as well as specific issues like the Certificate of Need situation. If we were able to repeal this system, it would likely increase the supply of health services and reduce costs. At least that's the collective experience of the 15 states who've already repealed their own Certificate of Need laws. So if it's before the 16th of July, below the video on YouTube here, you will see in the comments links to our Facebook event and our meetup.com event. So please post those and promote those on your social media channels. And if you're coming, do RSVP. And if it's after the 16th of July, then you'll find a link. Hopefully, if all things go well with our recording system, you'll find a link to the archive of the event itself. So that's all for July. I hope you guys have a very pleasant 4th and look forward to talking to you next month.